Hello, I'm James Abbott, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about my Six Sigma call center and help desk design class. First of all, most people ask me, well, what exactly is a Six Sigma? And to give you the real simple answer, we'll give you the much more complicated math-oriented answer when you get to the class. But basically what it's trying to do is say, what I'm providing to you is a methodology to give flawless service on every call to every customer at a price cost to you that is far, far, far lower than anything you can imagine. So that's kind of the basic idea. I've spent 2 decades, 3 decades, well, lots of decades, developing new methods and tools and techniques from a standpoint of running, operating call centers, help desks, support centers in a very effective manner, providing flawless service and at a low cost. So that's kind of where I'm coming from. My background's engineering, and what we'll do is this is going to be somewhat of an engineering class. How you achieve this, these phenomenal results, is by having a good understanding of science and then having a good understanding of how to apply these things in a scientific world. Now, basically in the class we'll cover 4 steps that you have to go through. The first is called factoring, and what factoring is all about is coming up with a structure that allows you to build a very elegantly simple operation. That's the thrust of it. Now, even in the most complicated, a very sophisticated help desk, we can convert it into something that is very simple for people to be agents and technicians and do an effective job. So the first step is the factoring. That builds the structure. The second piece that we'll add on top of it is building processes. We'll do what's called dependency diagram. We've come up with a technique called walkabouts that allow you to build these dependency diagrams. Thirdly, we'll superimpose on top of the dependencies what we'll refer to as metric blueprints. Now, this goes back to a lot of work that I've done in the metrics area. And you may have already taken the metrics class, or it may be a class that you want to consider taking as you tune up for this class. But as part of this, what we're trying to do is build a blueprint that shows you the study areas. And study areas is a real broad area. And when I say broad, it's not just a numeric performance measure. It includes how to control the call. It includes what things do we want everybody to say so we give the same message to every person who's calling us. And then lastly, we want to come up with a methodology for selection criteria of how you select the right methodology to do things. So those become the crux of the design methodology, and we'll teach you those in the class. Now, as part of the class, we want to make sure that you get the knowledge up here that allows you to go back and do these things. But secondly, I want to send you back with some tools to help you do a more effective job. Now, the tools will include things like a template for you to build the dependency diagram. And on that template, you'll build a metric blueprint. So that becomes one piece. Additionally, to go along with everything, so you don't have to take a lot of notes. Now, I don't discourage taking notes. That's a wonderful thing to do. As a matter of fact, that's one of the ways I learn. But what I've done is I've written a book. The book is called Designing Effective Call Centers. And when I say call centers, I'm including support centers, service desk, help desk, IT world, insurance world, a whole bunch of worlds. The examples that I use are pretty broad. The whole class was designed from the ground up for a call center. So the book is written that way. So the book covers all the things that we'll need. There's a companion to the book that you might want to consider getting for your boss. It's called The Executive Guide to Six Sigma Call Centers. And one of the highlights in one of the latter chapters is a comparison to a classic pooled approach and how much money we can save. Now this is key, how much money we can save in a Sigma Design Center. And oh, by the way, you can't save money if we're not prepared to give flawless service. That's pretty exciting. So we'll give you these tools. We'll give you things called Abbott notes, sort of like the old Cliff notes. We have a whole raft of things to reinforce the techniques. And then lastly, what we've done, we've provided the classes in locations all over the country at convenient venues and convenient dates. So I'll be looking forward to seeing one of the classes, and what we want to do is to help you go back, wow the boss with what an effective call center, phenomenal performance and low cost you can build. So I look forward to seeing you soon. Talk to you then. Bye.